MPs have voted overwhelmingly for Boris Johnson's law to get Brexit done, meaning the UK is now set to leave the European Union on January 31. The Prime Minister autographed orders papers in the Commons for Tory MPs after the historic result was announced. A week after a Tory landslide at the general election, the new House of Commons voted by 358 to 234 in favour of the general principles of the EU Withdrawal Agreement Bill, WAB, a majority of 124. It was a stark contrast to the gridlock and knife-edge votes of the last Parliament, when first Theresa May and then Mr Johnson were thwarted by a cross-party alliance hoping to delay or reverse Brexit. The approval at second reading means the WAB goes forward to a more detailed committee stage examination in the new year, with 3 days set down from January 7. Opposition parties had complained the timetable was too compressed for proper scrutiny, but MPs later confirmed it by voting 353 to 243 for the programme motion, a majority of 110. The votes came just hours after the Scottish Government said it was recommending that Holyrood should withhold its consent on the WAB, teeing up a constitutional clash. It means Westminster will almost serenely end up imposing the legislation on Scotland without the consent of the Scottish Parliament, despite the law involving devolved areas. The Sewell Convention says Westminster will not normally legislate in devolved areas without Holyrood's express permission, but this is not legally enforceable, only a political tradition. Opening the debate on the WAB this morning, Mr Johnson had insisted the Leave and Remain labels of the last 4 years were now defunct, and the country should move on. He told MPs the bill should not be seen as a victory for one party or faction. He said, "This is the time when we move on and discard the old labels of Leave and Remain." In fact, the very words seem tired to me, as defunct as Big Enders and Little Enders, or Montagues and Capulets at the end of the play. Now is the time to act together as one reinvigorated nation, one united kingdom, filled with renewed confidence in our national destiny and determined at last to take advantage of the opportunities that now lie before us. Mr Johnson said, "We will be able to move forward together." The bill ensures that the implementation period must end on January 31 with no possibility of an extension. And it paves the path for a new agreement on our future relationship with our European neighbours based on an ambitious free trade agreement, with no alignment on EU rules, but instead control of our own laws and close and friendly relations. Mr Johnson added, "Now is the moment to come together and write a new and exciting chapter in our national story, to forge a new partnership with our European friends." To stand for more on this story, visit the news article link.